Hello everyone, this is Jim Okerzinski with your weekly screencast video. So I hope everyone had a safe and restful spring break. I think that's about all I can say about spring break this year. So picking up our activity this week, we have scheduled discussion board number 3. We have one post and responses due on Friday, the initial post due on Tuesday. I will cover discussion board 3 in a minute. And then also, we have toward the end of the week, the exploratory annotated bibliography is due Sunday, end of day. So we'll talk about that when I review the assignment in a couple of minutes. So that's the schedule for this week. Just heading over to the discussion board. Discussion board number 3 is just a single thread focusing on what's a good source in your textbook. So on pages 48 through 55, Ballinger talks about evaluating and determining what is a good source. So for your initial post, summarize this section focusing on the following. So I give you one, two, three, four, 5 sections, five parts of that what's a good source section to look at and focus on. So you might want to focus on these in your summary, and then after your summary, respond to the information and strategies on how to look at sources you discover in researching your topic. So the post should be about 350 words. Also, you want to respond to a couple of classmates' posts and see if whether you agree or disagree here. So, two responses along with your initial post is this week's discussion board activity in Blackboard. All right. So I want to get over to the course units and briefly talk about, while I'm waiting at there, exercise 1.5, which is the proposal topic. Some proposal topics were successful, some were not completed. I'm still unsure where most of the students sit as far as a research topic. I did re-listen to my weekly screencast or lecture video about that activity, about exercise 1.5, and I know I was clear in describing the theme of the course. So you may take the time to review that previous video. However, it's pretty straightforward and clear. So please, if you have not completed your research proposal, or if you've been asked to revise or reconsider a topic, before we move any further, I suggest everybody take a little bit of time out of their busy schedules to revise that assignment so we know the direction. So the focus of chapter 2 is collecting sources for your research topic, right? So the target assignment, a major assignment that is worth 20% of your grade, is the evaluative annotated bibliography. So should look through the annotated bibliography information in chapter 2. The point behind, or the purpose behind, the annotated is to define the scope and establish the research basis for an essay of 8 pages, 2,500 words. So this will help you collect the sources for your research essay. So I talk about the annotated, and I don't want to spend too much time on this because I like to devote the lecture video this week on the annotated, but it is a significant assignment since it is worth 20% of your grade. There are 8 sources that are required for the annotated bibliography, and I think it's important that everyone read what is an annotation. So for each of your sources, you must include an annotation, much like those you include in your reading notes. Demonstrate the reason why you chose the source, who the authors are and their credibility, and you're thinking about the source by establishing relevance and information that contributes to your research topic. So I say a typical annotation should strive for the introduction of the article by title and the authors and explain why the source is credible. Okay, you need to be specific. Do more than just say you found it in X database or X journal. In other words, provide background on the author to and source to identify perspective. What position does the author take? Credentials, what makes this person an authority, etc. Summarize the author's main argument, the key supporting points, and then respond to what you find most interesting, significant, fusing, convincing, and explain how that source helps you gain a deeper understanding of your question, okay, your research question. So the idea here is this is a three parts for the annotation. I don't know, it doesn't matter to me if you do this all in one paragraph, but or you break it up in sections. It's entirely up to you. I'm looking for these three components in your annotation. Okay, so this will start you off on the annotated bibliography. Like I said, I will cover this in greater detail in the lecture video for this week. Be sure to double check exercise 1.5 and complete that and move into discussion board number 3. All right. So look for the lecture video and be safe and good luck.